started becoming successful. Isn't it? Yes or no? No. There is a big difference between growth, progress and success. If you increase the turnover of your company from 50 crores to 100, from 100 to 500 crores, it is called growth. It is not success. Let me redefine you the definition of success. Increasing your materialistic possessions in all ways is your growth. That growth, if it is aided by ethics, ethic means discipline, means honesty, means norms, it is called progress. So growth plus ethics is progress. And that progress plus humanity, morality and spirituality is called success. So again I tell you, your turnover increased from 100 to 500 crores, you are not successful, you have just grown. Aided by ethics, you have progressed. Aided by moralities and spirituality in life, it's called success. Because even after having $100 million in your bank account and you are not happy from within, you have just grown, you have not been successful. Successful word itself includes stability, happiness and peace along with all types of your growth and progress. Now rethink your goals. You just want to grow or be progressive or want to be successful? So now according to this definition, just raise your hands. How many of you want to be successful? That's fine, all of you. Be clear in your thinking. There is this difference between growth, progress and success. Be very clear about it. Only then you will be able to rethink your goals and redesign your path to rebuild yourself. Let me talk to you about a person whom I have seen so closely for 30 years, observed every act of his life, very closely saw every deed of his life. Motivational Swami Maharaj, the creator of Akshardham, which you have all been to. In his life, during his lifetime, the intense hard work that he did selflessly for the upliftment of people in all walks of life. He traveled to 18,000 villages in 60 countries of the world, selflessly to uplift people, to de-addict them, to culture them, to tell them that you must send your kids to school, to deep Adivasi, SC, ST areas of the country and elsewhere. People used to write him for their personal family issues. Such more than 7.5 lakh letters he read and answered in his lifetime at an unbelievable average of reading and answering more than 70 letters a day without a Sunday for 45 years. Not just blessings, a clear cut, do this or not. If you go back Monday morning to your office, anywhere where you come from all over the country, and you open your mailbox and you find like about 15 mails, 20 mails to answer before lunchtime, what would you feel? My goodness, first half gone. Motivational Swami Maharaj answered 70 letters a day without a Sunday for 45 years. He met more than 500 people a day, personal audience to them, listening to their issues and guiding them well. He has been to Akshardham, such 1,300 campuses he single-handedly built and administered in 60 countries of the world. You all sitting here, you are handling one house, one family, one office, that is a manufacturing unit, one manufacturing unit, maybe a trustee or a patron somewhere in a couple of institutes, and by the end of the day, by the evening, you go mad. Isn't it? He single-handedly erected and administered well more than 100 hospitals, schools, hostels and colleges. You go on number 8 National Highway from Abu to Mumbai, every 50 kilometers you will find our institute. He personally visited more than 3.5 lakh homes, offices, shops and factories. Imagine. And I tell you, when it comes to NGO working, corporate working is easier than NGO working. If you are going in an NGO to this class, because in your corporate world, the system of working and relationship is pay and smile. Your pay is liked by your employee, and so there is a smile on his face, and your employee's work, you like it, so there is a smile on your face. So you are paying him in money, he is paying you in work. So it is called the pay and smile relationship. What we in NGO, when we are full-time in an NGO, the relationship and the working model is serve and smile relationship. You have to serve and smile. For 26 years, for example, I'm doing this. I don't have a bank account. I don't touch money. I don't keep money. I don't wear ornaments. I only 2 pieces of clothes. And this footwear I'm wearing is just the third in 26 years. But can you see a little lesser ounce of happiness on my face than yours? Serve and smile relationship, you enjoy much better. But when you are guiding a huge institute of the class of the BAPS organization that I come from, where you have to take care of people's emotions, of their wishes, of their likings. In your corporate world, you have to take care of this, but on a very little lesser way. If you don't like, you can hire and fire. Here it is not that. So guiding a huge NGO is more difficult than guiding a huge corporate. There Pramukh Swami Maharaj was extremely successful. He initiated more than 1100 saints like me. How many of you have 5 people in your office? Let me ask you a very blank question on your face. How many of you sitting here have at least 5 people in your office who have been working with you since more than 20 years? Not more than 10 hands raised. So here comes the importance of serve and smile relationship. Of the 1100 saints that we are in the organization, more than 750 of them are graduates, postgraduates, chartered accountants, doctors and engineers. Out of them, more than 150 of them are born American and British citizens. Out of them, more than about 50 of our saints are graduates, postgraduates from Carnegie Mellon, Yale, Keelung, Harvard, Oxford, Stanford. Many of our saints have left aside $100,000, $200,000 of job. So Pramukh Swami Maharaj was successful in initiating young cultured mind into mainstream social service, mainstream spirituality. There is a huge success. He worked with all his intelligence, he worked all with his emotions, he worked all with his spirituality in life. How? I tell you. Once he was asked, which thought remains with you 24/7? In your mind constantly. And he said, the thought that has never entered my mind. Shall I tell it first? And that was more interesting. Pramukh Swami Maharaj said, the thought of hurting anybody physically, mentally or emotionally has never entered my mind. This is your richness from within. नहीं, ये ऑफिस में नया आया है, शायद वो बॉस से बहुत नजदीक जा रहा है, इसको गिराना तो पड़ेगा. शायद आप गिरा दोगे, लेकिन आप भी एक दिन गिर जाओगे. The system is round and it comes back. छोटे थे तब फ्रिस्बी खेलते थे ना. You throw the frisbee in the air and it comes back in the same route. The law of karma applies. Live with this passion. Let me grow, let everybody grow. This is rethinking your goals. Let me enrich myself. Let my surrounding and people enrich themselves. Let me be wealthy, let him be wealthy. Let me work, let him work. Let me grow, let him grow. Let me be prosperous, let he be prosperous. Let me be happy, let he be happy. If you are driving a Hyundai of 25 lakhs and he is driving a Merc of 2 crores, don't envy. It is his destiny. It is his hard work. It is his luck. You are driving your luck, your destiny, your hard work. Simple. Remain satisfied. This should be your goal in life. Otherwise, your 25 lakh Hyundai car's joy will vanish within 1 week if you see a Merc parked beside you. And especially of your brother-in-laws. Rethinking your goals is this. Materialistic possessions are not everything in life. Life is much beyond that. If you haven't read good 200 books in your life, you will never grow as a human being. But you don't want to read it because you feel that everything is on the screen, on my mobile, on my iPad. I'm not against it. I also use a mobile, I use a laptop, I have an iPad, I have a full-time office. You need to get to the people, you need to get to work. But don't become a slave of it. Today in this India 4.0, when you have your theme, rethink, redesign, rebuild, let me tell you, be tech savvy, but don't be tech slavey. You got this? Be tech savvy. I'm also tech savvy. To make your work better. But don't be tech slavey. Don't open your mobiles and keep it on till 11 p.m. and 12 midnight, which you normally do. Tell me a good yes or no. You do it. Why? Because I think you owe all the responsibilities of your profession, isn't it? Do you think that you know too much about 2G, 3G, 4G, call scam and everything? That someday at 11:30 p.m. you may get a call from the PMO to make you a member of the Joint Parliamentary Committee and you don't accept that phone because you have gone to sleep, and then it's a big non-service to the country. Are you expecting a call from Narendra Modi at 11:30 p.m. so you are keeping your phone on? These gadgets are made to serve you. The reverse has happened. We have become the slaves of these gadgets. For no reason, consciously or unconsciously, every third minute your hand touches the mobile. If it doesn't touch, you become discharged. Knowingly or unknowingly, you have to touch something. And every third minute you get your mobile out from your pocket. Is there something? Then are you a celebrity? That every third minute you have to check your social media, your Instagram, how many followers, your FB. Somebody asked me, Swami, are you on Facebook? I said, no, I face the book. You needed to give a good thinking to life. Otherwise, your life will end. 8 years will go. And at the end of your life, you will feel, my God, gone. Read a good book. I again give you a good book to read. The title of the book is The 5 Regrets of the Dying. Written by an Australian nurse. Her name Bronnie Ware. This book remained the bestseller in the New York Times list for 64 weeks. In itself, it's a world record. She was a nurse taking care of critically ill patients. And secretly, because the patients knew that they were going to die in another 2 to 5 weeks, the family members knew, the paramedical staff taking care of the patient knew. So it was obvious. But this nurse, when she and the patient were alone in the room, she would ask the patient to fill up this form. That, sir, or the lady, that when you are leaving this world, when you know that in the next 2-5 weeks you will leave this world, what do you cherish and what do you regret? From an ordinary carpenter to a CEO, to a family business owner, whole range of people have responded. She started a blog that became famous. She was advised to write a book. She wrote a book which became famous. The book made her a millionaire. The title of the book is 5 Regrets of the Dying. in which she writes that all this more than 1,000 range of people who responded to me, they had this 5 regrets in common at the end of their life. Again, I repeat, from an ordinary carpenter to a CEO to a family business owner. The first regret they had: why upon earth did I work so much like a donkey? The first regret. And you all say, no, I want to put 10 hours of work, 12 hours of work, 14 hours until I become a 100 crore company, I will put 15 hours a day. Foolishness. You have not understood life. You don't know what is the goal of life. Mukesh Ambani is not drinking curry in the evening made up of liquid gold, okay? You got it? He is also drinking curry made up of buttermilk that you and me eat, and what you will eat in the evening, dinner. He is not chewing gold biscuits, okay? Glucose, like you and me. As simple as that. And the amount of joy that he is getting watching a rising sun is not more than you. The amount of joy that he is getting seeing the tide and the ebb of the sea is not more than you when you get it watching it. The natural resources of happiness are same for everybody. Man-made happiness sources can differ, but they don't last lifelong. Rethinking your goals is being more dependent upon natural happiness that is within you than artificial happiness. This is the need of the hour. I'm not against technology. I'm just into the last minutes of my talk for the organizer. I'm not against technology. Everything must grow, from nanotechnology to AI. But we need to put a line of demarcation somewhere. More of technology, at the same time, it has one cruel thing that it carries with it: more of crime. When Werner von Braun, he invented the rockets that could send satellites into space. At the end of his life, he writes in his autobiography, I'm putting him in not just word to word, but letter to letter. He writes that for only with God reinstated in the hearts and minds of people that he would advise us. He would inspire us to work more on the technological sides and much more on the ethical sides to save us from the dangers of technological revolution. I'm not against artificial intelligence, but we will have to put a bar somewhere. Otherwise, it will snatch away many level 3, level 4 jobs. And this level 3, level 4 job people, they don't have alternates to earn. They have only one skill or one type of thinking, or they know only one work sphere. And when that job is taken away by artificial intelligence, he will have no option but to commit a crime, to fill his stomach and the stomach of his family members. Again, I repeat, I'm not against it, but we'll have to put a bar somewhere. Technology should be helpful in your growth, progress and success. It should absolutely mind in taking away the jobs of small people. More jobs gone of small people and you will invite more problems in society. More kidnappings, more murders, more shootouts, more terrorism. So you will have to put a bar of demarcation, a bar of discrimination, a line of control. To what extent we can go in this sphere? If machines will start doing everything, what will you and me do from the morning? And from early childhood, we have heard and learned a proverb: an idle mind is a devil's workshop. So your and my mind will be devil's workshop after full development of AI. Then what will we do? Commit crimes. No other business. So this is also a small but a very important aspect that we must consider, which is very much necessary, rather absolutely. Coming towards the end of my talk, when you decide the goal of your life, many of us have decided, but rethinking to it, being a smart professional and a great human being, that is the combination. Keep faith in God. Keep faith in His doership. To work, when you go to work, tell yourself that nobody is going to help me. I have to work my way. And at the end of the work, don't think much about success or failures. Give it to God. Let Him give me the result. My job was to put my all resources that I have into my project. Rest, He decides, I accept it. That will give you a wonderful, peaceful life. Because if there are 10 factors affecting the success of your project which are in your hands, there are 100 factors that affect the failure of your project which are not in your hands. Here is where Lord Krishna tells Arjuna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Krishna tells, today top corporate honkos are trying to accept this. What did Krishna tell? He tells Arjun, now remember or listen very carefully. Arjun, your job is to perform your duty well. Put all your resources to bring success to you. But final result, I will decide. Whether to give you, not to give you, how much to give you. This is very clear. I can prove this to you practically today, right in front of you. Logically, I can get a yes from you when I ask you. All of you have an experience. All of us have an experience. That sometimes we planned very well. We executed very well. And yet we did not reach the peak of success that we wanted. Lesser success, or sometimes we failed. Yes or no? The other way, again a yes from you. Sometimes you planned less. It was all in a hurry. You were not satisfied by the execution of it. And yet, you got results beyond your imagination. Yes or no? Tell me a big yes. It has to be yes. That means sometimes it's the best of planning, you got lesser things. Sometimes the worst of it, you got more things. That means some factors invisible to you are getting applied on it, which are beyond your control to bring successes to you. That is decided by God. So I am of the opinion, and you should be of the opinion, do your duty to the best of resources that you have. Put all your brains, talents, experience, know-hows, connections, everything into your project. But by the end of the day, when you retire, pray to God and tell, I have performed my duty well to the best of my knowledge. I will accept the results, and you will be an absolutely tensionless, peaceful at mind person with a good sleep without a sleeping pill. This is how Pramukh Swami Maharaj worked. When Nathubai Patel, the general manager of the Alicor Engineering Company, he asked Pramukh Swami, I have seen you in all the activities of the day. Because to lead such a huge organization, he was the president for 65 years. I've never seen a wrinkle of tension, of depression, of tiredness, of agony ever on your face. How? Pramukh Swami said, in the morning we pray to God and accept all the work of the day that I have to do. Make a list of it. I do it till the end of the day to the best of my knowledge and resources. In the evening, I give it back to God that I did in the best of my capacities. Now whatever results you decide, I will accept it. Tension comes and your goals break and you're not able to give a good thinking to life because this goal I've set up with all my thinking, all my meetings, all my planning, all my executions. Why did it not happen? This is the problem with you all. But accept it. Just ask yourself, did I put all my resources into it? Yes. Then don't worry. Things that you can change, change it and be happy. Things that you cannot change, accept it but be happy. This is the thinking of goal of your life. Things that you can change, well within your control, change it. But things which are not in your control, you can't change it, then accept it. There are only two things, either change or either accept. But you are of the mindset, see, I am an MBA from London School of Economics. I am being told by my professors that you can do anything you think. You can carry out any project successfully that you design. Why is this not happening? That professor teaching you at LSE is all theory and now this is practical. You can't learn horse riding in library and go on the horse on the first day without a trainer. But our mindset is such that when I have all the capabilities, it must happen. Am I touching the point exactly in your mind? Our mindset today in the corporate world is, when something is in my mind, when I am deciding to do, when I have resources, when I am working hard, it must happen. This is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Go for a big try, but accept at the end of the day to remain stable, to maintain the emotional equilibrium. But then we want to poke our nose everywhere. We are so intelligent that we have knowledge of all the fields. If Virat Kohli goes out cheaply in 5 runs, you have a comment on him. The ball was pitched outside the off stump. It was an out.
Thank you for watching this video.